without writing the songs, or if I'm avoiding writing the songs or refusing to listen to the songs, you can easily really become frustrated and bitter and pretty chaotic inside. When you know that you're meant to create in a certain way and you refuse. You're running from it because you're scared or you don't want to put in the work or you're afraid of what will come out. It will chase you down. It will hunt you down until you find yourself at the page or with the paintbrush in your hand or at the piano, and you surrender to it and you say, okay, here I am. It's the way to stay alive. I just felt the call of Montana to come back to where I grew up. It has this way of quieting your spirit and at the same time expanding your soul if you let it. We're surrounded by trees, mountains. The sky is always changing. The air is clear. It's just a really beautiful place to live, and it's an even better place to write. We are sitting in my writing studio, which is on our property where we live. This space was a derelict, totally cluttered, rundown shop when we bought this house. It had a leaking roof and there was insulation dangling everywhere and the boards were rotting, and all I saw was potential. So this is where I come and work and write in the morning, and it is now where we are recording my new album. This collection of songs has come about over the course of a very long time. There was a stretch for a handful of years where I wasn't able to write. You call it writer's block or whatever it was. I would come to the piano and nothing was coming out. And in the last about 3 years is when the song started to surface again. And I wrote one and I wrote another, and then I started writing bits and pieces here and there, and slowly this collection started to build until I realized I think I have an album. And I have to say it's been one of the most miraculous, life-giving resurgences I have ever experienced in my entire life. I'm making this record with a dear friend of mine, Mike Murray. He's a fellow musician here in town, and he's also my neighbor, lives across the street from me. And so over the last year and a half, very organically, we discovered each other's musicianship, and I ended up sharing a couple songs I was writing with him, and he added some instrumentation to them and emailed them back, and it was just this fun experiment of just me kind of figuring out what these songs could be. I was giving thought to who I wanted to produce the album, and if I wanted to go into a studio somewhere, but I really wanted to be here at home in Montana. I really wanted to be in my writing studio, and it could not be any more providential that he lives across the street, literally. So Mike is co-producing the album with me. He's in here now with me every day, engineering the record and collaborating on what we want the songs to feel like and sound like. And He's awesome. I've chosen the name Saint Olympia as my new artist name because to me it represents where I am right now in my life and where I want to go to in the future with what I create. Saint Olympia is my patron saint that I've chosen. And she's someone that, very much like me, struggled with despair and sadness and had to pick herself up and keep going and continue on and do her work in a really magnificent way. And so she's been my inspiration. There are some songs on this record that have very few words because as I was writing them, I didn't feel like they needed more than that. So it is a lyrical record, but there are moments where I just wanted to let the music shine, the composition shine, and there happens to be some poetry over top all of that. I believe these songs reveal beauty, and we are in desperate need for beauty. And I feel like so often we give in to despair, and we are really in deep longing and deep need of beauty and art that can make a difference in us. My hope is that some of these songs will deeply resonate with people and that they will offer some hope to people who are struggling, suffering, and some people who are wondering if there is really much out there to live for and to look for. Art that's made from our soul that we want so much to reach out to people has the power to do that. And I believe this collection of songs absolutely does. I hope that they will offer some hope.